Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Sled Talk, where we love talking everything snowmobiles. From pulling your hair out to pulling the cord, there's nothing that we won't discuss in the world of snowmobiling. I'm Rob Reed.
I'm Steve Glass.
And we are here to regale you with Sled Talk.
Awesome.
So, Steve, you know what? I'm going to get right out of the box here with a retraction on an oops that, well, you did.
Oh, yeah? I think not.
Yeah. Where we talked about in Free February, one of our first episodes, and we were still getting used to what we were doing and learning our way through it, and we're still bumbling our way through it here, but we're getting better.
Yeah.
But we came on Free February and talked about the things that were going on in the province of Manitoba here. And what happened is we talked about having free snow passes in that episode. Turns out we've been corrected, and I'm glad we are, and I certainly love it when we get feedback, because we're not perfect.
No.
Don't try to be perfect. But we got some feedback saying that that was incorrect. The trail passes and snow passes were still required in February, even on that free weekend, which in Manitoba is the February long weekend, Louis Riel Day. So, Steve, next time you try and take me down the garden path, get your facts right, man.
I'm going to have to rewatch this video. I'm pretty sure that was all you.
I'm pretty embarrassed by it. I mean, God.
You should be.
Anyways, again, our apologies. We are going to watch, the government bulletins, and we did read the bulletin and obviously read it incorrectly. And we'll watch for what's coming up this year and make sure we get it right. And
Try. Try to get it right.
Okay.
Best we can.
Best we can. And
be corrected if we're wrong.
Be corrected if we're wrong.
Yeah.
And that's one of the beautiful things about kind of this format is people do come on and make comments or send us messages, and we're going to make the odd mistake. Mm-hmm. And I'm fine with making mistakes. It's kind of how you fix them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's kind of how you've built your reputation here at Performance Supply is, every time something goes out and it doesn't quite operate correctly and you got someone coming back, you take good care of them.
Yeah, make sure it's done properly.
And so, that being said, we're going to own our mistakes no matter how many times Steve feeds them to me.
I think you write all this stuff, and I'm kind of surprised by it every week, okay?
Okay. Anyways, again, we're going to move on from this one. One of the things that I've been seeing, and I've had people texting me and sending me information and pictures and conversations, is about their sled caves.
Oh, that's what that meant. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
You mean like your man cave but a sled cave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there are people out there who do a great job
Yeah.
of decorating their sled cave.
Yeah.
And if you're, I'll say an Articat guy, and how nicely you've done your garage or wherever your little cave is.
Yeah.
And, or Polaris or Ski-Doo or Yamaha, whatever, I don't care what it is.
Or Snow Prince.
If you're a Snow Prince guy.
Just looking at my banner.
Oh yeah, look at that, eh? If you're a Snow Prince guy, or girl, for that matter, because there's lots of women out there that love the sport.
Oh yeah.
Send us some pics. We'll get them posted up. It'd be great to see what people have. We'll make sure we're not talking about where it's come from, right? We don't want to, again, there's lots of nefarious people in this world.
Yeah.
And so we'll make sure that we're not talking or giving addresses. Not that we would have them anyway.
No, we wouldn't. Just if somebody wants to have a picture put up.
If you want to, be proud of your cave and you want to kind of show it off, this is a great way to do it.
Yeah. Helmet collection.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever you've got that kind of, something that you're proud of that's snowmobiling related. Send it to us. We're going to put some sort of a reel together. That would be great.
Sure.
Yeah. So, Steve, in past episodes, we've talked about how important a preseason is to snowmobile.
Yeah, for sure.
Honestly, you shouldn't go out on the snow without doing it.
No.
And so this past, few weeks ago now, I pulled my snowmobile because I was getting the heat from my daughter about, let's get our snowmobiles out. So I'll get mine out, get it up on the rack, and I'm going through the suspension, checking everything, checking the bogey wheels, and I'm kind of buggering around with it there. And one of them's got a bad bearing. I'm like, damn it. Okay, I'll have to fix this. So I go around to the other side of the suspension to see if there's a better way to get at it and what's the easiest way to fix this crazy thing. And my slide rail The aluminum rail is basically destroyed.
Yeah.
And
Bolt got loose and took out the hole.
But it didn't just oval the hole.
No, I took it right out.
It took it right out. And so now, of course, I've got the work of fixing that and or replacing the part or whatever I'm going to end up doing. But I got to fix that before I get out on the snow. But it just goes to show that if you don't do a preseason, even, just even light duty.
Yeah, just a good inspection, really. Just look at everything, right?
Yeah. I mean, you could end up walking, and there's nothing worse than being the guy that lets the group down.
And yours could have caused some pretty good problems because your whole suspension was only being held on one side now.
Yeah, well, I mean, at some point that could have taken out the track and a whole bunch of other problems.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I caught it. Not happy that I have to fix it, but I'm going to fix it, and that will be that.
Mm-hmm. Good catch.
Yeah, thank you. So, in past episodes as well, we have talked about the great things that Polaris does for the community.
Right.
And being a Polaris guy, I'm always very proud of being, flying the Polaris flag and seeing them do great things. Mm-hmm. But they can't own all the accolades.
No.
Because I recently came across an article where BRP, Ski-Doo, donates $300,000 to ride out intimidation. They call it Yellow Day. Now, this happened back in November.
What's that about?
What it's about is they are donating money back to bullying.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which is kind of a cool thing because good for kids and all that sort of stuff. But on Yellow Day, they put in a certain amount of money for every picture that they see of someone wearing a yellow shirt. So if you text them, you go on their Facebook page, their Instagram, their, all the social medias, and we can rattle them all off. But Yellow Day is where they kind of decide how much money they're going to give. But again, it goes back to a worthy cause, which is good for the community because people don't need to be bullied. You don't want your kid coming home, feeling really bad about, about themselves. Yeah. It's just not a great place to be. Okay. So good on BRP for doing this.
I think I've heard of that one actually before. As soon as you said the yellow shirts and send the pictures in, I think last year I caught a little read on that.
Yeah. Did you? Yeah.
Neat.
So I thought, what, as I say, when you see whether it's Polaris or Arctic Cat or Ski-Doo or anyone giving back in any way, shape, or form, it's great to see the big corporations doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I just hate listening to people say, all those corporations, all they do is make money and do whatever they do with it. And, first off, never begrudge someone that took the risk to start a business. Right? Because there is a ton of risk in that. But often companies give back. Many of them don't talk about it.
I was going to say, I don't think they push it too hard that they're doing it because a lot of the ones you've talked about, I may have slightly known about, but it's not really, I'm on snowmobile forums and things every day, and it's not a huge thing they're bashing down your throat that they're giving back all this money.
But, and I can tell you my experience in the business community and being fairly involved in a lot of different groups, there are a lot of people that give back a lot of money. And you don't always know where it is. A lot of them just do it quietly and don't want their names associated with what they're doing. They just go out and do it. And in some cases, I know of one family that's given back millions and millions of dollars, and they no fanfare. That's just what they quietly go about doing, and they feel good about it.
Right.
And again, it drives me nuts when people talk about the big corporations and all they do is make money and they don't pay enough taxes and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You know what? Sure, they make lots of money. That's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point. If BRP wasn't making money, there would be no more snowmobiles.
That's right, yeah.
That's the whole point of being in business is to make some money. So anyways, like I say, when I see BRP or any of those guys giving back, good on them.
Yeah, for sure.
We've done a couple episodes. Well, we did an episode with Terrace Barron from Safety Services Manitoba a few ago, and then we talked about it again afterwards. And I just want to stay on the safety theme a little bit more because recently in Pine House, Saskatchewan, a 43-year-old man died in a snowmobile accident.
Okay, hadn't heard that.
Yeah, so, he apparently hit a reef or something that was out there. And so, there's a couple things that come from this, right? Is first off, know where you're going, know your territory.
Yeah.
I don't know that he did or didn't.
Right.
But if he hit a reef, you would think he would know where it is. I don't know. It's sad. I mean, families lost a, family member, and probably something that may have been avoidable. Again, I'm sorry for that. But this is why we've been kind of harping on the safety stuff a little bit, because it matters.
Yeah.
It really matters. You want your family coming home to you safe. You want them coming home in one piece.
Yeah.
Nothing worse than losing a limb, never mind your life.
Right, yeah.
Or losing a season because you broke your leg, or something. I mean, in any level. And we've joked about, Jimmy biting his tongue, and he did that. And, Jimmy dislocating his thumb, and he did that.
Yeah.
All the things that come with that. And, but all jokes aside, this guy lost his life, and that's serious.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. What now?
Well, I often wonder, what were you thinking? But I'm going to say this. What was he thinking, right? But, that little bit of an episode, and I've talked about a number of different things that go on there.
Yeah.
And so recently,
Someone shot a bridge.
someone shot up a bridge. Well,
Crazy.
It was a group of guys, but I
yeah.
guess one guy has been charged. Posted a video out in the Muskoka area. We talked about them recently, where they'd put that bridge across the river.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think it was the same bridge.
Right.
This looked a little more permanent, but I guess these guys showed up there with a truck full of guns in cottage country, Ontario.
Yeah.
Just outside of Brampton, and started shooting it up and shooting whatever, and then they decided to put a bunch of bullet holes in the bridge and all the crazy stuff that goes with that. Eventually, the OPP caught up with them and caught one of the guys, and he was posting pictures on.
I was gonna say, you said they were posting it.
Yeah, I mean, how stupid. But I guess that's why they're criminals, because they're stupid.
Yeah.
But again, bullets can travel
Oh yeah, for sure.
a very long distance.
Yep.
And as someone who understands the struggle we have with gun laws and things like that in this country, and the people that are law-abiding gun
why
owners.
you have troubles with gun laws, eh?
Well, this is why.
Yeah, no kidding.
This is why, because there's stupid people doing stupid things. Using your guns lawfully, whether you're a hunter or target shooter, all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of people that enjoy the sport.
Yeah.
But, now this to me is two sports. Is, obviously, the gun laws and things come under the microscope again. But think of the people that have also put all the work into building that bridge,
Yeah.
maintaining it. Are they worried about going out there and running into this group of guys with guns that are just firing them off like it's, firecrackers? You know what I mean? Like it's ridiculous. I'm glad they were caught. I'm glad they're charged. But what were they thinking?
Absolutely.
Steve, have you got a tech tip for us?
I do a tech tip today.
All right, let's hear it.
How many times have you tried to take the bowl off of a carburetor and the screws are stripped? Or you strip them yourself?
Yeah, it's happened.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
lots of times. And you got to get your little vice grips out and try to get the screws out.
Yeah, they're a bit of a, I'll call it a pita.
Yeah, because you're using a
Pain in
Phillips,
the ass.
a Phillips screwdriver
Yeah.
to take this Phillips-looking screws out of the bottom of your carburetor.
Yeah, but they're not
They're
Phillips
not
screws.
Phillips screws.
Oh.
They're JIS screws.
Okay.
Japanese industrial standard.
Oh.
It's a different angled tip than a Phillips screwdriver is.
Yeah.
And if you actually use the correct screwdriver, you'll be shocked by how well it grabs those screws compared to Phillips.
Right.
And you'll never strip another screw out of the bowl of a carburetor again, or any Japanese part.
Really?
Yeah.
So, okay.
I bought these a few years ago.
Yeah.
It just blew me away. Like, it was night and day difference between a standard Phillips and using the correct screwdriver.
JIS.
Yeah.
Okay, where do you get these things?
Amazon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not going to, I'll say, Canadian Tire or
No.
anywhere
Well, I mean,
like that?
Maybe, but I just bought a set off Amazon and came with 4 screwdrivers. There's only one that you really use on the carburetors, but it's shocking how well they grab those screws. And you'll even get a screw that's, you can see somebody else is messed up already.
Oh, I've seen it, and
these,
I've experienced
these
it.
have the best chance of getting it out for sure.
Right.
But they work amazing, yeah. And they're That's the proper screwdriver for a float bowl on a Mikuni carburetor.
Okay, what are they called?
JIS.
On Amazon.
Yeah, JIS, Japanese Industrial Standards.
So that being said,
And you would look at that and go, that's just a Phillips screwdriver.
No,
Right?
that's what I'm thinking as you're
But
saying it.
it's a different angle. It's got different angles to it than a standard Phillips has.
Okay.
Yeah. Their own version of a Phillips.
You know,
And I went for years ruining those screws and then having to get up the vice grips to try to get them out, or cut a little slot in there for a standard screwdriver. And then found out that these were available and bought a set and went, holy mackerel.
yeah. So why can't the world just, I'll say, standardize on this stuff? Because now you got a set of Phillips, now you got a set of these JIS screwdrivers and a set of, you name it.
Put a Robertson screw in everything.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, right.
Actually, I've become a real Torx fan.
They're okay. Torx are okay, but I like Robertson better.
Okay, all right.
Yep.
Products.
Products.
Yes, a product.
What do you think about exhaust cans, exhaust mufflers?
Okay.
Other than most of the time, guys just say, what's the loudest one I can buy?
Yeah, well, and I mean, I gotta tell you, I hear someone say that, and in my mind I picture, hat on backwards, a little bit of, a mustard stain on their shirt. I mean, this is probably not the sharpest knife in the drawer.
Burping the throttle past your house at 10 o'clock at night.
Or later.
All night, yeah.
Yeah, and not really doing the research into, okay, well, adding a can is real easy, but anyone that knows anything about motors knows that you have to do a lot of other work, whether it's carburetor or fuel injections.
Not with a can.
Not with a can.
No. With
Just
an
the
exhaust
can.
system. Yeah, not a can. Cans do nothing.
Okay, so other than
they
being
do
like,
almost nothing to enhance performance.
Yep.
They're a lot lighter though, right? I've got them on a couple of my machines.
Right.
Mostly just because the Skidoo mufflers were like suitcases.
Right.
And then you put a can on there. It's 10 pounds lighter. It gives you room to work all around it. But I'm not putting on a race version of a can.
Right.
MBRP makes a nice trail can. You've ridden with me lots of times. It's not horribly loud, but it is a lot lighter and it takes up a lot less room. And there's zero tuning because they honestly do almost nothing for performance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to know.
Yeah.
Because, I played around with exhausts and that, and
Then
I
you're tuning.
on my XCSP, that 800 Polaris I had, but again, I didn't put a screaming loud pipe on it either, but I did a full pipe can, the whole bit. But again, you knew it had a little something, but it wasn't, the loud fart can that, as you say, produced no power.
Yeah.
It was just other than annoyance.
So you can get a nice can for about $350, and I really like the MBRP ones, but we get the Jaws ones and all kinds of ones. You have a phone ring in there?
Yeah, here, yeah. You're popular.
I know. So that was my thing on cans. I like them. I sell them, but I hate the really, really loud ones. I like one that's just got a nice little throaty sound to it. And they eliminate a ton of weight, which is nice, and they do make it super easy to get in there and work on everything on that side of your snowmobile.
Without having to remove
Without having to do anything. But just the fact that you don't have to do any jetting or anything tells you that there's really no performance.
Okay.
If you put on pipes and you have to jet up your motor, you know you need more fuel for a reason.
Right.
Because you're getting better air and it's adding some performance to your sled. Yeah.
Okay, so here's the crazy question. Like you say, you're saving 10 pounds.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This pipe is gonna run you, or for not pipe,
$350-ish.
350 bucks.
Yeah.
How many rice cakes can you buy for 350 bucks to save 10 pounds?
When I was racing my car, it was critical how light our cars were.
I remember.
And they said the cheapest way to reduce weight on a car is for the driver to lose weight.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember, reading an article about that. And
Or the best way to get right side weight on your car is to reduce some left side weight.
Yeah.
With the driver, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and I'll never forget talking about how as much as we can make the horse run faster, the jockey needs to be lighter.
Yeah.
And so.
No, I got nothing against stock exhausts. I think they sound great. That's the way they were designed to sound, you know. But I just like I like to be able to get in there and work a little bit better.
Yeah.
They're way easier to take off. Like when you're working on a snowmobile, it's super easy to get all the springs on a can to pop it out of there than it is those big mufflers.
Right.
The springs get tucked in behind them and everything. So kind of from a maintenance point of view, weight point of view, good, but not performance and not loud.
Yeah, so they're
It
really.
drives me nuts when it's just, what's the loudest one I can buy?
Yeah. No, like I say,
You know what?
I got my opinions on those guys.
I put a I put a reply to somebody one time and going, why is it, like in the automotive industry, it's what's the best exhaust system I can put on to get the best performance out of my car, right? Because you're after performance.
Yeah.
And in the snowmobile industry, they don't seem to care at all about performances. What's the loudest can I can put on my snowmobile? I don't care if I lose horsepower, kind of thing, right? Just want to be loud.
Yep.
So.
Well, it's funny because I just picked up my little toy car there,
Yeah.
and having some fun playing around with it, and so I'm looking at the forums, and you hear about whether it's air intake, but if you're going to put more air in, you got to give it a place to go.
Yep.
And that means you got to adjust your exhaust. But if you're doing all that, you're probably also looking at remapping your injection systems. So it isn't usually just a one thing does the trick.
No.
So it's so important to do your research, and I don't care if it's your hot rod sitting in the garage waiting for spring, or your snowmobile that wants to get out on the trail and go. But if you don't do it right, especially with two-stroke motors, you're walking.
True.
Yeah. And get used to your buddies bugging you. Get used to pictures showing up of you being towed home.
Yeah.
Do it right.
Yeah.
Do the research. Spend a little bit of time online. Watch our show. Pay attention to what's going on. Right?
Oh yeah.
Then go look and see what you need for your sled.
Gotcha.
And if it's one piece, maybe make sure you don't need two.
Yeah.
And in your case, what you're talking about today is you probably don't need two.
No, it's because you're not going for a performance thing. Yeah.
But often there is more than one thing that needs to be done.
Yeah. If you want to really get some performance, you're doing an exhaust and a muffler, and then you are doing some tuning. You are getting your
probably
fuel
clutching.
injection changing, clutching for sure.
Yeah.
Not just I want the loudest can I can get my hands on, and I'm going to get out there and make some noise, and that gets pretty tiring pretty quick too.
Well, yeah. Even as a rider.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That may sound really fun for a little while until it's been droning in your ear for 6 hours one day.
Yeah.
And the people around you too.
And then some kid on an Indy Sport goes smoking by you because your sled's no faster than it was before.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, all right. As always, Steve, we want people to like the show, share the show, subscribe. Of course, subscribe is important so that you always know when something new is coming up, because we've always got something we're sharing.
Yeah.
And with that said, snowmobiling is all about performance, and Performance Supply is all about ensuring that you have a great snowmobile season. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.